Yes, we're here again on Teaching Thursdays. Welcome to the Black Light section as we continue to shed light on your life in this investment game. You need to go ahead and get up in it so you can get some of these funds. We're going to talk this week about search engines. We use the term loosely because we're not talking about just Google. We're going to talk about some investment search engines that you can use to help in your investment strategy as well as your information research. So what is a search engine? Well, loosely, it's simply a means to search things on the web for information. Particularly, we're looking for financial information. So let's really compare a search engine to Hip Hop DX or ESPN. Well, Hip Hop DX is a place that you're going to go to for all music-related information, whether if it's projects, news, or any reviews, and it also has song listening capabilities. And you're also going to go to ESPN because they post great information such as news and videos to keep you there. So it's simply kind of like a curating means to get you the information. Now, who are some of the different search engines? Well, I know personally I like to use Yahoo Finance specifically. I like to call it the holy grail of all stock investing search engines.
I said, I want the knife.
There's also Bloomberg and Stock Market Watch, which are pretty good. Also, Bloomberg has its own television show, so you might want to be able to tune into that just like you would CNBC. Others include the Wall Street Journal, which of course is fairly popular, as well as Penny Stock Insider. Now, Penny Stock Insider is more so used at market close by myself whenever I'm looking to see what penny stocks did well that day, and I can use that to hone down on my research when I'm trying to find which companies to get in and get out. Brokerages also are great tools of information, but they're not really considered search engines such as a Yahoo Finance, a Bloomberg, or a Stock Market Watch would be. Now, to cover the how to use a search engine as well as the where to find information on a search engine, we're going to take you to a quick video on how to maneuver a little bit through a site. We're going to use Yahoo Finance for an example. So we're going to briefly run through the how to use Yahoo Finance as well as where to find items that you need to find for your research. So this is just basically like the home page here. We can see if we scroll down, it's just got a lot of news information on here, and as you can, it'll have all your recent stock that you looked up on the side, as well as their current price and recent price action movement. So you can see the major indices up here: the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, as well as the Nasdaq, what their current holdings are, as well as what their last increase or decrease was. And we can see that Friday was a pretty good day. You can see here crude oil, which is the WTI, as well as gold, and some little forex information, the euro to the US dollar. So let's go ahead and let's kind of just how. So let's go ahead and click on a company here. So let's look at Nike, which is NKE, and as we can see, here's a snapshot. You might have seen this already in another video or earlier in this video. So we can see it has a company name, their ticker symbol, what exchange they're on. They're on the NICE, as well as what their current price is, recent movement, and we can see just some information here. This is just, like I said, a snapshot, so we can see what their dividend is, which is $1.12 per year, and what their yield is. That's 1.2%. Now that 1.2% is based on this price. So the dividend is always going to be 112, but the dividend could change depending upon what the price is. We can see their earnings per share. They earned $3.36 per share over the past 12 months, and that's what the TTM means. That's trailing 12 months. And then their trailing 12-month PE is 27.69. So basically a PE is just simply the price to earnings ratio. So the price of $93 compared to the earnings of $3.36 is a multiple of 27.69. And a lot of times you'll hear them say, oh, the company's multiple, the multiple. Well, the multiple is just simply the PE. So we have their market cap, which is 80 billion. That makes it a large cap stock. Anything over 10 billion is pretty much considered a large cap stock. Their average volume is about 3.2 million transactions. That's over the past 3 months, and on Friday it had 4.3, so it was just a little bit higher than the average. And this is their 52-week range. So over the past year, the stock has been as low as about $70 to as high as about $100, and we can see it's closer to its yearly high. The days range, it ranged from $92.33 up to $93.13. And just some other information. The bid price, so people are willing to pay $91.22, while sellers are willing to sell it for $96.99. So that's a bid ask spread, as we mentioned in another video, of about $6. And beta is 0.5, so a beta of 1 would mean it's equal with the general market, so it's actually less volatile than the market, making it, I guess, somewhat safer, you could say. And the next earnings is proposed to be late March. So this is just kind of how to use a search engine, Yahoo Finance, for information. If you scroll down, you'll see headlines. You'll see, they might mention companies that are familiar. So you see Foot Locker's mentioned here, but then down here, Nike gets 16 million bump from college football playoff. So the college football playoff increased Nike's money a lot, and we can see that with the team's jerseys and other apparel. So that's kind of how to use a search engine. Now let's see where to find information. You can see you could find some general information here in their snapshot, but if you go over here to the right, you can see summary, charts, news and info, company information. This is where you'll find information about that stock. So let's look at a company profile, and this is for Nike. And you can see here it's got the company name, their address, what their website is, what sector they're in. They're in consumer goods, and industry is textile, how many employees they have. Here's a business summary, as well as you see their home page. And over here, if you won't be able to see it now, but it has their list of all executive offices. And some key things you'll look at is the key statistics here. The key statistics, you can see their market cap again, their PE, price to book. Now, book value is simply what their equity is. So the book value of the company is they're worth about $13 per share, even though investors are willing to pay $93 per share. Well, if you take the book value of about $13 per share times their price to book ratio of 7, you'll get the investor price. So basically, a price to book ratio, or PB, is the same thing as a PE, except comparing the price to earnings, you're comparing it to the actual book value or equity in the company. You can see other items here, the revenue from the income statement, diluted per shares, quarterly earnings growth, their total cash, and over here we have items like how many shares are outstanding. You can't see, but they have 860 shares outstanding, their dividend date, etc., other information. And then you can go to their SEC filings, and you'll see here the 10Q form, their quarterly report, their 10K, which was their last yearly report. So just items like that. And also you can go to charts here, and you can look at the chart for the company as well. Here it is here. We can see just a little bit of the chart here, and that's over a yearly chart. You can add different indicators, so moving averages, the MACD, RSI. We'll get into those later, specifically in our BMX TV portion. So that's pretty much the how to use the search engine, as well as the where to find information. Continue to play with it so you can find information that is preferable to you. Now, when can you use these search engines? You can use them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's on the internet. It's always at your fingertips. Go check it out now. Lastly, why should you know about search engines? Well, search engines are a great means of curating information, as we stated in the beginning of the video. If you want to know information about investments, you want to know what they're worth, how many shares they have, what's going on, what their dividend is, if they've had a lot of volume, such as a lot of trading action going on. These search engines are just great tools to help you build that information up and help you with your strategy to get in the game.